So we're out here at the Big Bowl tournament in Waldorf, Germany. Definitely a differently ran event. The passion for the sport out here is totally different than it is in the States. Let's switch the camera around. Playing in a tournament in which they have one centralized clock, even though you have 6 fields going on at the same time. So basically, there's one group that keeps the clock. The clock never stops. It's an on-running game.
We are going to start the second half in 20 seconds. Please get ready. The second half starts in 20 seconds.
As you can hear, the clock operators letting everyone know when to start the second half, and everybody's on the same clock, which is totally different. If you look on the sidelines, you see a guy here in white. He's actually an official, even though he's in a team uniform. Well, why is that? Because you have a white hat, and then the other 3 officials are players from another team. So players are required, our teams are required to provide officials for the games. Now imagine how that would work in the States and with our attitudes towards flag football. You know, we'd take all of our personalities and take it out on the teams that we don't like and that kind of stuff. It's just different kind of passion here for the game. And it's not that these guys and girls are not competitive. They're extremely competitive, but they respect and appreciate the sport in a way that we don't as much in the States. So, you know, it's kind of a cool situation to see. You know, I watch these guys and they're passionate. I mean, they are passionate, but not one fight is broken out in this entire event. No, you haven't even had any people literally yelling at each other from other teams. So it's a totally different kind of game. And then you come over here, you see the tents and towels and stuff hanging out here because people actually spend the night at the fields. You know, they come out here and they spend the night at the fields. Or if you see the big building over here in the end, it's a gym, and they spend the night at the gym. So, you know, they save on hotel fees by flying out here to Germany and actually sleep at the complex where they're playing at, which is kind of cool, but something we definitely don't do in the States. There's, you know, I can leave my bag out, you know, nobody's disrespecting my bag, all these bags and stuff out here. Nobody's watching it. And nobody's out here to steal. They're out here to play football. There's a huge respect for the officials, even when they make bad calls, and there have been plenty, which you see in football, period. There's a huge respect for the tournament organizer and director. It's just different. I think the game is respected differently outside of the States than we do inside of the States. There's a whole lot of me inside of the States, and there's more of a we outside of the States. So it's more of a community situation when it comes to flag. We've got people who don't speak. I mean, we've got teams from Russia, Germany, I mean, from all over the world. So there's a huge communications gap, but yet you see very few problems, and everybody still finds a way to communicate what's going on. It's just kind of different. I would encourage teams to go to tournaments outside of the country in our states to get to see just the level that not only flag football is played and organized, but how it's also respected and appreciated and accepted by its participants. Just awesome. It's awesome. Here's one of the teams over here from Russia. They're warming up. Got a chance to take pictures with them and, you know, get to know them. I don't speak Russian, and very few of them speak very little English, but we were able to communicate, and it's kind of cool. And everybody looks forward to this every year. It's a strong likelihood that the Women's USA team will be here again next year. It's an awesome event, and it's worth experiencing. So yeah, that's just a little quick docu of what I like about this event. Maybe I'll do a couple of more before I leave, but great experience, and I love the passion. It's also the same kind of passion I experienced in Mexico. It's just sad to say that we love flag football in the States, but I don't think we respect all areas of flag football in the States We don't respect our league organizers and tournament directors, and everybody's going at it with each other, and everybody tells everybody how to do their job. You know, instead of people just coming out and players being players, coaches being coaches, and organizers being organizers. So we're always trying to do somebody else's job. And you see very little of that here. And it's not perfect. It's not a perfect scenario. There's plenty of flaws. But you don't hear everybody harping on the flaws. You know, so anyway, I encourage people to get out the States, play flag football. And if you love the sport, go experience it outside of your comfort zone.